Hello, everyone. My name is Jared Culver, and I'll be going over rabies in cats. Starting off, we're going to go over what rabies is, what it does. Rabies is a viral disease that affects the spinal cord and brain of all mammals. Rabies has been reported in every state in the U.S. except for Hawaii, so it's good for us. Hopefully, it stays that way. As rabies can be extremely fatal if not caught soon enough or treated. In cats, it's actually 100% fatal because if they get it, there's currently no treatment for it. The only thing you can do is prevent it with a vaccine. The disease is most commonly transmitted through a bite with infected saliva. However, any form of contact with the saliva and a mucous membrane will infect. So there aren't many early clinical signs of rabies. The best thing to look for is like changes in behavior, maybe like disorientation, like they might be shaking a little bit, having trouble walking. Usually, it's a little more later. Really late clinical sign is foaming at the mouth, seizures, and sudden death. The best way to identify rabies is to know if your cat has had any contact with anything that could potentially be carrying the virus, like a bat or raccoon or other cats. So, for the signalment, outdoor cats that are not vaccinated have the highest probability of running into an animal that may have rabies. Raccoons are very common in having rabies. Bats too, but I imagine cats don't run into bats all that often. So raccoons are kind of the biggest transmitters of it. So for a differential diagnosis, it is differential diagnosis of a central nervous system disease characterized by sudden death, onset, rapid evolving clinical signs. Always includes rabies for free roaming unvaccinated cats living in endemic areas of travel. So, how to diagnose it? Sadly, there's no accurate way to diagnose rabies in live animals. The direct fluorescent antibody test is the most accurate test for diagnosis, but it can only be performed after the death of the animal. So the rabies virus can incubate in a cat's body anywhere from just a week to more than a year before becoming active. When the virus does become active, symptoms appear quickly. So the only way to diagnose 100% that it is rabies is the animal has to die first. So sadly, for treatment and prognosis, there is no treatment and prognosis. If the animal gets rabies, then it's 100% lethal in cats. So that's why you always want to make sure you get the rabies vaccine, which is available for cats and can prevent this. And now for biosecurity and zoonosis, rabies is zoonotic and should always avoid contact with wild animals. However, for humans, there's a treatment available, but it must be taken as soon as possible, especially if you are bitten close to the head. As once rabies gets to the head and brain, then there's nothing any medicine can do, as it is already taken over. And that's, I'm pretty sure, is all the basics to rabies in cats. So thank you for listening to me today.